My name is Lauren Lewis. I'm with Power for Parkinsons, and this is Young Onset Parkinson's Disease Circuit class. Welcome. I am so glad you are here with me this morning. Just before we get started, please know that this class is directed for people with Parkinson's disease, young onset, people that can exercise comfortably standing for an hour. You may want to exercise next to a wall or have a chair nearby for balance and safety. That's great. You do need to be able to get on and off the floor. We'll be getting on the floor a few times today. So just a little heads up on that. You'll also need a set of paper plates for gliding today. If you're on a carpet, I suggest paper plates. If you are on a tile or a hard floor, I suggest just getting two small, maybe hand towels or something like that. That'll help you glide a little more smoothly. You can do all these exercises without a glide, but it's better with it. You'll also need a light set of weights, or a set of weights. They don't have to be light, whatever you're comfortable with. And once again, you don't have to have the weights. If you don't have them, you can do everything without them, and I promise you will still get a great workout. Okay, so we're going to start off with our warm-up. I am going to direct you through a warm-up. However, if you prefer to just kind of warm up on your own, run around the room, go up and down the staircase, do whatever it is that's comfortable. Keep it at a light, moderate pace because we will be getting a little more intensified later on. This is just to get your body warmed up. So I'm going to put on some music to have a little fun with and invite you to join me. Here we go. About 4 minutes or so, if you're leaving me. Come on back in about 4 minutes. Here we go. We're going to start off with a nice easy march. Right, left, right, left. Okay, let's get some oxygen in our blood. Deep breath in and an exhale out. Again, deep breath in and an exhale out. Good, let's continue the marching and the arms go up. Keep breathing nice and deeply. And increasing the intensity by lifting the arms overhead. We're already raising the heart rate. Every time you bring those arms overhead, heart rate goes up. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2. Now let's push forward. Ready, push. Nice and easy. I don't want to do anything too complicated. I just want to get you warmed up so that we can work out together safely. 4 more, 4, 3, 2. Now let's bring the arms to the side and push it out. Just getting our arms in every direction, warming up the shoulders, warming up the elbows, all the joints, neck, getting those knees warmed up. Good, keep going, 4 more, 3, 2, and 1, and march it out. Good, lift your legs a little higher. And a little higher. We're increasing the intensity just a little by bringing those legs up. Whoop, what did we lose? Oh, my paper plates. No problem. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up the knees. And by lifting and dropping my arms underneath my knees, I'm forcing those knees a little higher each time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and march it out. Keep going, lift a little higher. Good, now let's bring those legs out to the side. Keep marching. Let's bring it all the way down to warm up those quads, really warm them up. Good, let's see if we can go a little lower. How about a little lower? Oh yeah, here we go. I'm starting to feel it now. Give me 8 more. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it slowly back together. In. All right, let's bring those knees back up again. Up, up, up. Now give me doubles, doubles, double 2. Double knee. Stay with me. Double knee. Good. Now give me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3. Go back to singles. 4, 3, 2. Now let's go for the ankle. Turn your ankle. In, 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 in. Now doubles. 2 in. I'm warming up that inner thigh, the inner and outer thigh. Back to singles. 4 and 3, 2. Now gently kick. Drop those arms behind you and gently kick in front. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. March it out. Good. Keep those legs lifted. Heel in front. Heel, 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 heel. Bring that heel in front. Good, now let's go for doubles. Really use that heel. Use those legs, use those heel and toe. Heel and toe. You're gonna get that heart rate up by swinging those arms a little more to increase the intensity. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Take it back to a march. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up. Hopefully you are feeling warmed up. I am. Up. We're slowing it down now, lowering the intensity. Bring the heart rate down nice and slowly and evenly. So we don't want to ever just stop. That will pool your blood, bring all the blood to your limbs, away from your heart. You want to be nice and safe and do this slowly. All right. So what we're going to do is, I lost my little timer here. What we're going to do now is we're going to go through a circuit, hence the name circuit training. We're going to go through a circuit of 6 exercises. Each exercise will be focusing on a large muscle group, and each exercise will have a focus of a common symptom of Parkinson's disease. We're going to be using the glides today to assist us to go through some of our exercises, and I think it makes it just a little more fun to do something a little different. So the first exercise we're going to work on is a full body exercise. We're going to get on the floor, or if you want, you can use the chair, into a high plank. So you're on your hands, not your elbows. We're going to start off with that. We're going to grab our plates or towels if you're on a hard floor, and put them on just on the toes. Get down here on the floor. We're going to do a plank. I'm going to turn a little sideways so you can see. So here's our plank. We're going to do one knee at a time. A knee tuck all the way underneath, and then that same leg is going to abduct all the way out to the side. And then the other side, knee tuck out to the side. And we just alternate legs, pulling your belly tight. You're going to feel this, hopefully, everywhere. It's a full body exercise. You can do this exercise just as well using all the same muscles on a higher level, and that will just alleviate maybe some lower back problems if you have any, or maybe just alleviate some of the strain on your core. So everything's the same. Your shoulders are right over your wrists. Knee in, abduct. Knee in, abduct. All right, that's our first exercise. Decide where you want to be. I'm going to start at least on the floor for my first round, and then see how I do later. I'm going to put my 50-second, we're going to do each of these for 50 seconds. I'm going to put my 50-second timer on, and maybe some music to make it just a little more interesting to go through. Hopefully. Here we go. And my timer's on, and here we go. One at a time, and out. Now, this is not a cardio exercise per se, so don't rush. Don't rush through it. Pull your knee all the way in and all the way out to the side. You want to get as much range here as we can. Bring that knee all the way into your chest and really feel your core working. Bring it all the way out to your side, and you'll include and incorporate your obliques as well as your outer thigh. Your outer and inner thigh are working here. So this is, you're using legs. Obviously your shoulders are engaged, keeping you steady, keeping you up, your arms holding you, and of course legs and core. Keep it going. It's only 50 seconds, even though I keep saying that. It feels like forever, doesn't it? Keep it going. And there's your timer. All right, we need to get up the floor. So take your stronger leg, bring it in front. Both hands on that leg. Use the power of both legs to lift yourself up. And get ready for our next exercise. All right, so that was a little cardio for me. I felt that not just in my core and in my legs and in my arms, but everywhere. I got my heart rate up too, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. The next exercise is a back cross lunge, also known as a curtsey. So we're going to use those. You're going to put your feet, your the balls of your feet on top, and then you're going to keep the heels of your feet off of them so that you have some stability, so you're not sliding all over the floor. So your heels will help you from sliding too much. We're going to add some weights. Woohoo! If you want, you do not have to. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take your right leg, cross behind into a cross curtsey or a back cross lunge, and then come up and do a press. Cross lunge, come up and do a press. I'm going to turn so you can see that front knee stays where it is. The front knee stays where it is. It doesn't go way in front of that other toe. You come up and your arms go over your head, not in front and not way behind so that you're arching. Okay, I'm going to put our music on, our 50 seconds on. Do the best you can. Please make sure you are safe. Do this next to the chair, that's fine. Keep you safe. So my music is coming back on. My timer is on. Go! Cross behind. All my weight is my front leg. Front leg. All my weight is forward, but my knee is not forward. My knee is in place. Come on down. Use your glutes, the back of your leg, your backside. Come on up and press. All the way down. A nice, long, deep lunge if you can. Whatever you can do. Remember, the fact that you're here, you've already done more than 50% of the exercise just by showing up. The rest of it's up to me to show you what to do next, but you've done the hard part. You've shown up. So cross that leg, come up. Don't stay at my pace. Don't worry about my pace. If I'm going too fast, slow it down. That's why I don't count. I don't want you to count and go at my pace. I want you to do what feels right for you. And there's our timer. All right, so that's our second exercise. Got some kind of very James Bondy music, huh? It reminds me of those 1950 old movies. Okay, the next exercise we're going to hit the floor for. We're going to do a kneeling upper body exercise. I'd like you on the floor though, because I don't want you to be using your hips. So by staying on the floor, one leg kneeling, you don't have the opportunity of swinging and swaying quite so much. If you need to grab a pillow for your knee, that's fine. I'm going to give you a second to do that. Otherwise, we're just going to stay. I'm going to take my left leg. It's actually my right leg, but to you, it's a left leg. In front. This time, in the second round, I'll put my other leg in front. So I give each leg a chance to be in front. So here's the exercise. The first exercise. We're going to do a front raise while we're doing a fly. Same time. And then you come down, and then I reverse it. So each arm, one arm is doing a front raise, the other arm is doing a fly out to the side. When you go out to the side, make sure your arms are to the side, not in front and not way behind. And please try to make sure that your arms are not stiff, they're not locked. They are slightly bent. They're slightly bent, but they're not fully extended. Okay, we want to be good and to our elbows and our neck. All right, I'm going to put on our music, 50 seconds. You do not have to hold weights. You can still trigger and use all those muscles without using weights. Just lift nice and slowly, controlled. Music is on. Music is on. There we go. And my timer's on. I'm going to start with that leg in front. Here we go. Lift and switch. This is upper body. Now, while you're doing this, you're triggering and using the front and middle of your shoulder. We're working deltoids here, but we're also using a lot of core to stand up, to be erect while we're doing this, to keep your shoulders tall. You need to pull your belly in and lean up. Think about lifting up through the shoulders, through the top of your head. So we're doing a lot of other muscles, although the arms themselves are really the targeted muscle. That's what we're working mostly on. The rest are secondary muscles. Stay with it, only 50 seconds. One arm in front, one arm to the side. Working each side of the body differently, simultaneously. Stay with it. Try not to swing. Nice job. Try not to swing when you're doing that. Make it very intentional. All right. Oops. The next exercise. The next exercise we're going to do is, oh, I'm having trouble with the music again. Nope, this one, I guess it really likes this song. Okay, let's try this. There. Wasn't that hard? Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is a back lunge. So you're staying up. Let's grab those plates again. And you're going to do a back lunge, which means you're just sliding back. By the way, the advantage or while we're doing the plates or the glides, or better known as gliding, it offers an aspect to these exercises that without using them, you don't. This way you're not just stepping back, but you're actually using both sides of your muscles to slide in, to slide back, and to slide in. If you do it without the glide, you're just lifting. This way you're sliding and you're using both sides of your muscles slightly differently than if you weren't. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm looking for. You're going to take one leg at a time. And again, 90 degrees is a big number in exercise. You want to make sure that that your limbs are always at 90 degrees. So here's my 90 right here. The back leg can be a little wider, but the front knee, you want to be at 90. So 90, and I'm going to add just a little more fun and take my opposite arm and reach it toward my knee, and then come up. I'm going to face you now so you can see what I'm doing. Back leg comes all the way back. I'm going to reach forward and touch that knee. If you want to add your weights here, that's fine. I encourage you to do that if that's what you feel comfortable with. Otherwise, because this is an exercise you can really lose your balance on, I encourage you to take the chair, put it nearby, and just use your hands to reach on either side. By the way, using your opposite hand will increase and improve and work on your balance as well. So that's another extra on that. All right, so let's see if we can't get, now that we finally got the music off, see if we can't get it back on. There it is, got it. All right, 50 seconds on the clock. Here we go, back lunge, back. I'm going to reach toward that other knee. Back, nice and slow and controlled. Come nice and come as deep as you feel comfortable. Try not to lean forward or let the knee fall forward. It's a back lunge. Those legs are going behind you. Woo! And you can see my front knee is hopefully staying kind of in place. My front knee's not doing a lot of work. All quadricep and glute. Quadricep and glute. Working front and back of your leg. Good, and we're just sliding. Back and forth. And I'm really trying to trigger those muscles. That's why I'm going so slow. I really want to get nice and deep. And there's your 50 seconds. Nice and quick on that. Okay, the next exercise, let's hit some core, right? I think I'm ready for core. Let's hit the ground. I'm going to get my plates out of the way. I'm going to hit the ground in a supine position, facing up. Knees are bent, abdominals are tight, braced. Your hands are behind your head here, not here. I don't want you throwing your neck with your hands. Your hands are just gently holding to the side. If you have any neck injuries or neck discomfort, you can put yourself in a lock position. Your hands are locked, and then you put them behind you. And now you really can't use your neck, as you see. It's a locked position. So that is also a great option for anyone that has some neck issues. Keep yourself in the locked position. I'm going to keep it nice and wide. I'm going to start off with, again, we're working opposites. I'm going to brace my belly, make it nice and tight. I'm going to lift my right leg, left elbow, and touch. We've done this before. This looks like a bicycle, right? It's a modified bicycle because the legs are not up. So touch here, bring it back down. Now here's the second part. Both same opposite legs, and now I touch to the toe and down. Then I do it on the opposite side. Elbow to knee, come down, hand to toe, come down. Make sure when you come down that you actually come down so that your back is flat and you're not wrenching your back. Your back is flat, you're lifting as opposed to wrenching. All right, I think I gave you enough information on that one. Let's put on some music and get it going. There's our timer, 50 seconds, your pace, not mine. Make sure you're bracing your belly, make it nice and tight. Make sure that you're not lifting everything off the floor. You're working controlled and safe. You're not throwing your body, you're reaching. Exhale on the hardest part so you're not holding your breath. That's something a lot of people do, and it really doesn't help. I know it feels right, but it doesn't help at all. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Reach to the knee, go for the toe. I'm working each side of the body evenly, but one side at a time. And there's my timer. All right, roll up, one leg on top, hands on thighs, and lift. Last exercise, the last one of our 6, we're back to our plates again, our towels. Put them on the floor. We're going to do something called a skater. A skater simulates ice skating. So you're just going to reach, okay, and we're crossing the body. And here's your chance to have some fun. So you can really speed skate or a little more fluid, whatever you want to do. But we're just going side to side. If you don't have plates or gliders or anything like that, then you're just going to go side to side right here. Same thing, we're trying to get our heart rate up. This is a cardio exercise. I'm going to put on a song that's maybe a little more cardio, huh? Let's try that. There, I think this one should do it. I think that's good. Okay, 50 seconds on the clock. Are you ready? Here we go. Feet on. Make sure your heels are off so you don't hurt yourself for skating. Make it nice and fluid if you can. Get those legs out to the side, right and left. Get that heart rate up. To make it a little harder, to get the heart rate up a little more. Come on down. Speed skate. Or nice and easy. Heart rate's nice and high for me right now. I hope it is for you too. Keep those arms moving. We're trying to get that body moving in a flowed motion. Trying to get the heart rate up by using everything. There's our 50 seconds. All right. Keep them nearby because we're doing those planks again. Oops. All right. So that's our 6. Walk it off. Get the heart rate down. We're going to go through all 6 again. This time I'm going to explain what the benefit for addressing the Parkinson's symptom. Each one of these has a specific symptom that we're addressing. So the first one is a plank with the knee tuck and that abduction. What we really want to work on, besides working on strengthening your core and strengthening your legs and your glutes and your shoulder, all those things we talked about already. We also want to address and work on full range of motion. I want those arms fully extended. I want you to really feel when that knee comes in, you're fully extending it back. One of the symptoms that many people experience with Parkinson's disease is a loss of range of motion. Things you don't really fully extend, so this feels like your arms are fully extended out, when in fact they should be all the way here. Same thing for up, same thing for the legs. You just don't realize it's part of the disease, but if we remind the body to do it, it can come back. So that's what I want you to do. Think about not just bending the knee nice and high, which is really important for gait because we want to make sure, again, another symptom, gait, lifting the legs, not shuffling. But for this particular exercise, I want you to think about really extending. That's why I had you go to the side, because I want you to be able to see where your leg is, see that it's not bent. Okay, so let's do this, focusing on all the right form, but more focus on full range of motion, okay? Here we go, music on, 50 seconds, and go. Full extension, in, push away from your body, push away, bring it in, and push away. Try to get the whole leg moving, look down, make sure your arms are straight, make sure your body is straight. You're not bent, you're not upside down, your hips are not up, you're not in any way compromising this range of motion. You're aware of where your body is, and it is long and lean. feel this in my shoulders and in my arms, feeling a lot in my core. Full body. Take that leg in front, lift yourself up nice and easy. You are going to need those gliders, so keep them nearby. The next exercise we're doing is the back lunge with the press. What we're focusing here is crossing the midline and going to the opposite side again. When you cross that midline, when your body goes cross with that invisible line in front, your body, your brain has to work more fully. Your right brain has to talk to your left brain and vice versa. You're using your entire brain. When you work on one side, your brain is only really working on one side. But when you cross that midline, it has to tell the other side of the brain how to work and how to help out. So we're going to cross that leg, crossing the midline. So in other words, knowing that, try to get away from this. We're already doing a back lunge later. Try to bring it all the way over here. Really cross that body. Staying all your weight in the front, so you're still working the glute, but try to really cross that midline. Let's use that part of it. The second symptom we're addressing is posture. Posture. I want to make sure that we're strengthening these upper back muscles, because that's what helps you from moving like this. Those muscles up there. So when we get into the press, I want you to pull your shoulder blades down, even though your arms are going up. Pull your shoulder blades down, and you'll see that instead of being here, you'll be here, and you'll really feel a nice, not a big tug. It's not going to feel too much, but you're going to feel something back there strengthening, working. All right, I'm going to grab my weights. I'm going to put my time on, 50 seconds. Again, think about the movement now instead of just the form. Think of the movement. Crossing that midline. And lifting. Good. It's different, right? Once you lift properly, once you lift those shoulders down while you're pulling your arms up, you really are triggering and using muscles very, very differently. And hopefully in time, you will see some progress and some great results. And that's what it's all about. Hopefully you do too. Not just dropping that leg behind, but I can really feel that pull in. Feel it differently, right? Take a way of using your body. Okay, so we're on to the next exercise, which is down on the floor, kneeling on the floor. Again, you may need a pillow or something on that knee. I'm going to switch knees. I was on my right knee, on what looks like my left. Now I'm going to switch and use my other leg in front, just so I'm balanced. And now I'm going to change that upper body motion, because what we're focusing here on is patterns and using your body differently, a more cognitive exercise. So what I'd like you to do is do a curl and a fly. And this time, arms are going to be doing the same thing, okay? Curl and fly. And once again, that fly, just like it was when we were doing one arm at a time, that fly is out to the side, slightly behind you, so you're working the entire shoulder. But we're working bilaterally, both arms, in a bit of a pattern, a very small pattern, but a pattern just the same. Okay, 50 seconds. And we're just getting some upper body strength, right? Curl and fly. Pull your belly tight. We're working core also. Think about pulling those shoulders down now that we understand where your shoulder blades belong. They don't belong inside or pressing against each other. They belong down, pushing towards your heels, toward the floor. Stay at your pace. Think about not crossing the arms here, but instead just lifting your arms right to your shoulder and then out, shoulder height. Up and out. So we're training the body right here to work more efficiently, to work more, making a stronger upper body. We're keeping the shoulders down, pulling your abs tight. It's all about posture. It's all about core. Well, we're strengthening those arms. All right, nice. Grab your plates again for the back lunge. The back lunge is all about gait. It's all about walking. It's all about making that stride. Another very common symptom of Parkinson's is Strides, they find that their strides get smaller. So you may be lifting and walking fine, heel toe, but you're not taking that long stride that you used to. So we're reminding the brain, retraining, reminding the brain to really extend. This is not full range of motion because your knees are bent. So we're not working range of motion. We're just trying to get a longer range, not full range, but a longer range. So that's why I said earlier, I'm not looking for 90-90. I'm looking for 90, something else. Nice and far behind, just to remind your brain, remind that body, move it back, okay? And again, you can use that opposite arm. So here we go. Nice and far, very deep. Ooh, make it nice and deep. And it's going straight back. We've already gone crossed. So go straight back this time. The only thing that's crossing is your hand if you want. The hand crosses. You may find you may lose the plate. That's fine. Just head it back. Nice and deep. Bring that leg way back, way back. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Good. Bring it all the way back. Pull your belly tight. Try not to lean forward. Remember, we're not bowing. We're not bowing. We're bending. So in other words, I don't want this. I want you to bend those knees. Good. All right, nice work. Good. Next exercise, we're hitting the floor. We're going back to that core exercise where we're crossing and going to the toe. This exercise, we're focusing on contralaterally. We're focusing on the opposites, really focusing on the opposites. The whole thing, everything we do is the opposite limb to the opposite. Not just crossing the midline, because now we know that crossing the midline uses the brain more fully. We want to do that, especially with Parkinson's disease. But we also want to remind the brain to work opposites, because that helps with balance when you're walking. When your right leg, left arm move together, it's a more natural walk, and it's more natural because it helps with balance. When the same limb walks together, it throws your balance off. And when no limb walks at all, it also can throw your balance off. So you want to add the arms to that leg motion. So let's hit the ground. Think about that. Exaggerate it. Remind the brain. Retrain. And you can go as fast or as slow as you want. Knees are bent. Back is down. Touch. And a big extension. Range of motion here, right? Range of motion is here, so it's not a bent leg. I want you to think about really lifting that leg. Take a look at it. Where is it? It's lengthening in full in front. All the way extended in front. And guess what? I'm pulling my belly in while I'm doing this the whole time. Crossing and a big lift. We're switching each side, trying to lengthen that leg. So we're not just working crossing the body. We're not just working toward the opposite. We're also working range of motion, trying to get a nice big kick, straighten that leg. Pull your belly tight. And as always, we're still working the core, still working the abdominals. Pull your belly down. Keep working. 50 seconds can feel like a lifetime. We're almost done. All right, there's our timer. Come on up. Hand on the knee, lifting. All right, great job. Nice. Okay, so we have one more exercise in this circuit. The last exercise is our cardio exercise. We're doing the skaters. I'm going to go back to my plates or my towels, and we're just skating side to side. The focus here is on speed. The focus here is on working contralaterally, once again, working more naturally, going across the body. But really, this is our cardio. So the focus here is getting heart rate up, getting blood and oxygen to the brain, really moving those limbs, reminding the body to move quickly. So that's all. There's not a lot to think about. There's just go for it. Have some fun with this one. Timer on. And here we go. I kind of like this one. I hope you do. those arms a little more to increase my intensity, increase my heart rate. Woo! I'm gonna bring it down a little lower. And again, stay at your pace to what feels right for you. Heart rate's coming up. There's our time. All right. Let's get that heart rate down. Woo. Let's get that heart rate down. Grab some water as you need it. I'm going to get these out of the way for a second. We've got one more round to go. And as I say every week, my favorite round. This is a round where we incorporate a little brain game, as I like to call it. So for each exercise, I'm going to give you something to be thinking about aside from form and motion and everything else I've already given you to think about. So the first exercise is the plank, one leg tuck and abduct. I want you every time the knee comes in, okay, just when the knee comes in, I want you to come up with holiday, let's see, I wrote something down here. I was trying to remember what it is. Holiday movies that holiday movies. So every time a knee comes in, try to think of a movie that has to do with the holidays, or that you like to watch during the holidays, or that came out during the holidays. Holiday movies, it's up to you. So every time that knee comes in, I'm going to put my plates down, get ready to go. Holiday movies, music, maestro, and my timer on. I'm not going to give you any hints. This is all on you. Movie when the knee comes in. You may have to slow down the exercise because you may not be able to come up with one so quickly. That's up to you. Do your best. While you're thinking of movies, making sure your body is long, making sure your hips are even with your shoulders. Try to get those knees way in and out to the side. We're working range of motion, so make sure everything is straight and fully extended. Woo! There's our timer. And not a second too soon. Hand on your leg. Come on up. Get ready for our next exercise, which is the back lunge. So the next exercise is our cross back lunge, crossing behind with the press, with our weights. This time, as you're exercising, every time you lift your arms, so it's just when you lift your arms, not during your back cross. As you're lifting your arms, I want you to think of something that that people put on the tree to decorate their tree, or if you don't have a tree, maybe something that people do to decorate this time of year, to make it more festive this time of year. Hopefully you'll be able to come up with enough. Every time you lift those arms, you can come up with one. So I'm putting on the music. New song, and my time is on. Here we go. Right here, think of it right there. And right here. Cross that leg behind. Push up. Make sure your back pushes down, your shoulder blades push down. You may again have to slow it down because you can't think of something. Start to run out after a few seconds. But all right, how'd we do? That's over. Nice work. Heart rate should be up a little more. All right, we're getting back to the floor. We're going to do those kneeling, upper body kneeling exercise. This time, what I'd like to think about is putting the two together. The first one we did was front lunge, front raise with a fly. Remember, front raise with a fly. The second one was a curl and a fly. So let's put those together. Front raise, curl, fly, then use the opposite arm, front and raise, curl, and fly. So you're going to keep alternating those. That's your cognitive, that's your brain game. Try to keep changing, try to keep alternating each of those. Put it all together. Hit the ground on your knee. Doesn't matter which one. Your stronger knee in front. I'm going to go with my right knee. Here we go. Keep thinking which arm comes front, which arm goes side. You don't have to, I messed up. You don't have to go at my pace as always. Think ahead, think about what you just did, think about which arm was last in front. Were you able to do it, or did you have to watch me? I hope you didn't have to watch me because I think I messed up a few times. All right. The next exercise we're going to do, we're going to get back, the back lunge. We're back to our plates, or no weights on this one. Back lunge, sliding straight back instead of crossing. Maybe take the opposite arm and cross in front. And this time I want you to think of gifts that you have given or gotten for the holidays in the past. And I don't care if it goes all the way back to G.I. Joes or, log cabin, those little log cabin things or whatever. It doesn't matter. Legos, any toy or present. It doesn't have to be a toy. It can be an adult present. Anything, gifts that you have gotten over all these years. Each time you go back, you think of a gift, come back up, another gift, okay? Putting on our music and our timer. We've got 50 seconds to finish this one. Here we go. And we're going straight back. We're not bending at the waist. We're not doing a bow. None of this. We're right here. Keep thinking of gifts. And once again, you may have to slow down to come up with one. That's okay. Sometimes by going slower, you actually have to work harder. Better. More fun. Nice job. All right, let's get these out of the way. Good. I hope you were able to come up with some really great gifts. I hope that kind of reminded you of some of the things you were lucky enough to receive in your past. So that was a nice one, huh? Hopefully. Sometimes you get bad gifts that become great gifts in the future because they're just a memory of, why did they give me this? Anyway, let's move on. We're going to hit the ground. We're going to work on core, opposites, elbows and hands to the opposite. And this time, every time you kick, every time your arm goes up, not each time you touch, but every time you come up, I want you to spell the word holiday, H. Actually, no, let's make it more fun. Every time you touch, elbow touches H, hand touches O, then the other side, L, and then the hand, I. You're going to spell the word holiday. And then once you've spelled it forward, then you're going to spell the word holiday backwards. And if you have time, spell it forwards again and spell it backwards again. As many times as you can fit in 50 seconds and with the music playing. So the word is holiday. You're spelling it for 50 seconds while you're doing your core exercise. Here we go. Make sure the other elbow stays on the floor. Be good to your lower back. Push your lower back into the floor. Make sure you're pushing nice and hard. Make sure you're bracing your belly. Remember, you want to be good to your back. You want to really work those abs. Yay! Roll it up. Come on up off the ground. Hands on your thigh. Help yourself up. All right. Heart rate is up, nice and high. I always enjoy those. I'm going to grab a little water. We're going to go on to our last exercise in this circuit. Our last exercise are the skaters. I'm not going to give you anything else to think about except skating for 50 seconds. All right, just have some fun with this one. Get that heart rate up. Use your arms as much as you can. Really just do something different this time, okay? Maybe you want to bring it down a little lower. Use those quads a little more. Just something. Oop, here we go. I think I'm going to be sorry I'm doing all this. My heart rate's flying. But I do feel like I'm skating. So that's fun. Woo! Walk it off. Great job. All right, let's get that heart rate down. Walk it off nice and easy. Get that heart rate down safely. You don't want to just stop, remember. You want to get it down nice and gently and safely. Deep breath in. Keep continuing walking around. One of the best and safest ways of getting your heart rate down after something that was that high is taking one deep breath, keep moving. Take one deep breath in and 4 exhales out. I'm going to do that. Come and join me. Let's do it one more time. All right, I feel a little more steady. My heart rate has come down. As you can hear, I'm not as labored in my speech. So all right, good, good. All right, so our heart rate's down. We finished with our circuit, and good for us. We did a great job on those. Those were good. Nice work. I hope you enjoyed the glides. I love the glides because it makes me work slightly differently, and I think that's fun. All right, the last thing we're going to do today is the cognitive. We're going to be working on the brain, forcing, kind of stimulating the brain and having a little mental challenge. I'm going to give you 8 movements, movements, all at once. I'm going to ask you to do it nice and slow with me. Try to memorize it, just working on motion and remembering the motion, memory. Okay, so we're going to start off right here. Snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in, thump, snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in, thump, snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in, thump, snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in, thump. Are you getting it? Snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in, thump. A little faster. Snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in, thump, 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 snap, clap, out, tap, cross, in. I missed one. Snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in, thump, snap, clap. Ah! I messed up, sorry. Snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in. Here we go. Snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in, thump, snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in. A few more. Snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in. Again. Snap, stomp, clap, out, tap, cross, in. Two more. Snap, stomp, clap, out, in, tap, in, and in. Snap, clap, out, tap, cross, in. Last time. Go snap, stomp, clap, out, shoulders, tap, and I messed up. I am so sorry. I hope you did better than I did. Anyway, that's just a fun way of stimulating the brain, forcing, it's really good for memory, obviously not great for me, but memory and focus and multitasking, because you're doing things that don't, they're not directives. Not all of them are directives. So you're doing, and we can really have some fun and say the opposites, but we're not going to have that much fun today. Okay, I'm going to bring that chair over here. Let's cool down together, okay? All right, so let's bring the chair over. We're going to start off with our quadriceps, the front of the leg. All those back lunges we did, those glides, that used the top of your front of your leg. So we're going to stretch that out, bring it way behind you. While we're doing this, let's do a little vocal exercises while we're doing this. So let's say the letter A for about 10 seconds, okay, while we're stretching. Good, all right. It gave us a good 10 or 15 second stretch. I'm going to swing this over here to the other side so I can stay in front. We're going to grab hold of the other leg. By the way, I should have mentioned this earlier. If grabbing that toe from behind is not working for you, also remember, chair, wall, not cheating, safety. If that's not working for you, you can take that same leg that we're grabbing, bring it behind, put your weight on the chair so you're not making this a muscular exercise. We're just stretching out that leg. Just stretch it right here. I'm going to grab hold of my toe from behind, and you're going to do whatever works for you. Make sure you're standing tall. Make sure that knee is at least knee height next to your other knee, not in front, so that we're lengthening all these muscles in front also. And we said A, let's say B for 10 seconds. Here we go. B. Good, nice job. We're continuing on. That was the front of the leg. Let's work the back of the leg, the hamstrings, and the calves. You're going to lean slightly into it. Hips are behind you. Watch out for leaning forward. Your hips are back as if there's a chair back there. Your heel is down. You can drop that toe if you want to or not. Move back a little, make sure you can see me. Body weight is forward. I prefer forward instead of down. It's just a matter of, I want to make sure your lower back is safe. So I'm going to ask you to lean forward. We did A, B, let's do C. Nice deep breath, 10 seconds with me. C. Gently roll up, and let's switch it to the other side. I'm moving my chair. Again, the leg is in front of you, your toe is either up or down, it really doesn't matter. It does change the exercise, but you're still working your hamstring fine. Your hips are back as if there's a chair behind you. Deep breath in, A, B, C, D. Let's do D. Nice big smile when we say D. Ready? D. And release. I'm going to have a seat. This next exercise you can do standing or seated. It's the number 4. You're doing the number 4, so you're going to bring your ankle to your knee and making a number 4 in each direction. You'll see it's a number 4 one way it is. If you're seated, it's the exact same thing. It's just for me, my back is more secured seated. So I'm going to take my right leg, cross it at the knee, try to, without pushing my knee, try to bring that knee down, leaning forward. If putting your leg all the way up here on your thigh does not work for you, you can do this stretch down here. Just bring that knee to the side. You're still getting into that glute. The other thing you can do is just cross knee to knee and leaning into it. We're working on glutes. Let's do F, E, F. Ready? F. Good. So that was F. Let's do the other side, G. We have all these E-sounding words today in the beginning of the alphabet, which is good because it's forcing a smile, makes us feel good, right? All right, deep breath, gently pushing down on that knee without stressing. Deep breath. G. All right, nice. While we're seated or standing, same thing. Drop your chin to your chest. Standing is the same thing. Drop your chin to your chest. Bring your arms directly in front. I'm going to have a seat since it's here. Stretching out all those muscles in the top of your shoulder and in your back from those presses and shoulder lifts, the flies. Right here, and let's say H. Ready? H. Good. Let's reverse that, and we'll do I. Palms are up, bringing the arms all the way behind you. Open up your chest and shoulders. Lengthen your abdominals. Go for it. Good. Let's bring those arms all the way out to the side. Slowly bring them all the way in. With the mouth closed, we're working on vocal sounds. With the mouth closed, we're just going to hum until we can get those fingers together. Deep breath, about 10 seconds. Shh. Oh, no, sorry. And now the last one, which is what I almost did before, it's a shh. Give me a nice long shh, working on lip strength, tongue strength, all the muscles in the mouth, and of course, always working on facial expressions when we're working on sounds. So here we go. From here, you can stay seated. I'm going to stand. I want you to lengthen and contract every muscle in your body. Feel your abdominals lengthening. Feel your back stretching, your shoulders lifting, arms extending. Fingers are wide open. Open up those hips. Bring yourself up to the top of your toes. Every muscle in the body is reaching, lengthening, stretching. Everything feels great. Come back down to your heels. Continue to stretch. Let's do this for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are done. Big yay. Ready? Yay! All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you had some fun, as much fun as I did, because I had a blast. Before we leave, I just want to remind you that this is our month of giving back. We started on the first Giving Tuesday, right after Thanksgiving. We do this every year, and for the month, we ask if you have enjoyed our classes, if you have learned something, gained something, met new friends, learned some new activities, stayed in contact, please pay it forward in any way that you can. There is no donation that is too small, and no donation that is too large. Do not worry, we are just asking for full participation. Anything you give will be very, very appreciated, and believe me, it adds up. It does cost money to run an organization like this, and we would like to continue adding on to our programming and adding on to our instructors and adding on to where we are viewed all over the planet. We want to bring as many people as we can possibly into our organization, into our community, so that we can be continuing to reach out and touch people's lives throughout the planet. So we thank you and appreciate your support and your encouragement, and we ask you now, if you can, whatever you can do to help us out as well. That said, I wish you a very healthy and safe week. I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.